Up, budgeting family and friends. My name is Shirria. This is the ShirriaMcc channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my very own virtual private practice, along with my husband, who is a welder. Together we have a combined base income of about $130,000. We started our journey in October of 2023 with $305,884 worth of debt, and we have a goal to have that debt completely eliminated by December 31st, 2026. And we are documenting and sharing our journey with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates. Transfer Tuesdays will make its way back in the mix sometime, and because I'm an entrepreneur, I do also share the income that I earn at the end of every month, as well as do quarterly net worth updates. Today is actually Sunday. I'm recording this on a Sunday, but we just closed out November week 2's budget, and so I am sharing that budget with you guys here. Let's get into it. All right, so what you see on the screen is my budgeting template that I use. I did purchase this template from Etsy, but I am in the mix of creating my very own. So look forward to that mid-December or first thing January 2025. I'm so excited to have my very own product coming soon. But the description, the link to this template is listed in the description box below. So we will get right into it. So this budget started Thursday, November the 7th, and it ran to Wednesday, November the 13th. I am paid every Friday. My husband is paid every Thursday. So we do budget from week to week. Again, he is a welder. I have my very own virtual private practice, and I pay myself according to his paydays to make budgeting easy. So I pay myself every single Friday or on a weekly basis to coincide with when he is paid. We had a planned income of $2,300, which was to include $850 from my husband, and what he actually earned was $1,160.43 due to some overtime. I had planned $950, and what I actually earned was $1,104.75. I don't know why I do $950 when I know my pay is going to be the same every single time, but that is what I do. And then for my PRN paycheck, I was planning $500, and what I actually earned was $769.88, which brought our actual income from November week 2 to $3,035.06. When we transitioned over to savings was planned at $228, and that was with $50 going into my high yield savings account. What I actually saved was $76.98, but I don't think that that is correct. So $76.98 was probably 10% of what I earned from my PRN paycheck, but I probably did, because I do have the $50 on the automatic draft, that probably went into my savings. That I almost certainly did go into my high yield savings account as well. We planned $50 for my husband, but his is not on automatic draft. I do not have the password to his savings account. So when I go in and make the savings deposits to the other accounts, I don't have his information to make his. So if he does not go in there and save and withdraw it, transfer it or whatever, then it doesn't get done. And I keep telling him, I don't know what else to do about that. $10 was not supposed to go. I do make $10 deposits every other week, and this was not that week. $25 did go to Christmas 2025, and we did put $25 in there. $18 was not budgeted. It should have been $10 for my son's college fund, and $10 does go into his college fund every single week. Of course, that will increase once we are out of debt, or as our debt decreases. And then we put $50 aside for my son's barber school, and $50 did go into that account. So what we actually saved for November week 2 was $161.98. Again, but if you add the $50 that did actually go into my savings account, it probably is more than that. Anyhow, we transitioned over to bills, and bills for this week was planned at $400.99. That was with $333 towards our mortgage. We do pay that weekly. $9.99 in Apple storage, and that did come out. And my husband's, for some reason, they take it out on the 5th. Sometimes they take it out on the 16th. This time it must have came out on the 16th because it did not come out this pay period. So the only bills that came out this week was the mortgage and then Apple storage in the amount of $9.99, which brought our actual bills for this week to $341.99. We transitioned over to expenses, and expenses were planned at $857.28. That was with $150 on groceries, and what we actually spent was $175.01. $150 on gas, and what we actually spent was $168.06. $25 for beauty maintenance, and we did not spend anything on that. $50 for my boy's hair, and he did get his hair done, so we did spend $50. $50 on toiletries, and obviously we did not need any. $202.28 on household, and that is exactly what we spent. Fast food was budgeted at $50, and we actually spent $137.39. $25 on date night. We did not go on any dates this week. $0 for my spend, $0 for his spend. $80 for miscellaneous, and we actually spent $583.99. Not sure what that is. And then $25 in car parts, and we spent $34.49, which brought our actual expenses for this week to $1,356.22. We transitioned over to debt. Debt was planned at $404 even, and that is usually the minimum payments that are due on all of our debts. Even if we do not have an actual balance on the cards, we do keep the minimum balance payment in the budget because we do snowball that into the target debt. So for this week, we had a $40 minimum payment on both of our American Express or Platinum American Express cards. We do not have a balance, so that was snowballed. $25 on Capital One, again, no balance. $30 on Ulta, which also does not have a balance, and $50 on my State Employees Credit Union card, which also does not have a balance. I don't remember what that totaled, but whatever it totaled, it was snowballed over into a principal payment on my car. I did pay $1,109.33 on my Hilton American Express, and that was because I put my son's emergency dental surgery on that card, and as soon as I got paid, I paid that $965 right back off because our HSA card had not come, and even if it had come, we didn't have $965 on that card. So, and the additional payments were probably things that my daughter had charged in the week. We had a debt payment of $184 on my card, but what we actually paid was $1,541.20, and we will review those payments. And then $35 was due on Amazon Chase, but we paid the balance off, which was $371.64, which brought our actual debt payments to $3,022.17. Ooh. So we go over to the budgeted versus the actual. We might have had a rollover of $300. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Our planned income was $2,300, and we actually had $3,035.06. Income saved was planned at $210, and we actually saved $161.98. Income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was planned at $1,258.27, and we actually spent $1,698.21. Debt was planned at $404, and we actually put $3,022.17 towards debt, which left a remaining planned balance of $427.73, and an actual balance of negative $1,547.30. I do not think that is accurate. It's not accurate, honestly. And I wonder why. So what happened is I was paid from my overnight triage position. That pay period actually the pay day actually fell in the previous budget, like on a Wednesday, but a lot of the payments weren't made until Friday, particularly on my card, because I have to wait until I wait. I don't have to. I wait until the weekly payment is come out, and then I have to make a same day payment for the entire payment to go towards the principal. So I wait till Fridays to do any extra payments. So it probably does look like we had negative in the budget, but we probably did not. I did not accurately record what was the remaining balance before our new paychecks hit for the following week. Then we go up to the breakdown, and it looks like we saved 3.3% of our income, which is a little disappointing. 7.0% of our income went towards bills, 27.8% of our income went towards expenses, and a whopping 61.9% of our income went towards debt. Then we were over in the miscellaneous category. Actually, we were over in every category. So, let's see. We go down here and review our transactions. For miscellaneous, I sent money to my daughters. I made a debt payment of $12. I made a payment of $1,173.20 towards my Honda. My husband had to buy some medications. Those went in miscellaneous. Fast food, we spent $43.74 on Domino's. Then more fast food was coffee. That's a big expense for me, and it probably needs its very own budget, honestly. More fast food. We ate some Peruvian food. We went to Starbucks. Car parts was oil in the car in my Honda Accord. I made an extra debt payment of $184. More fast food, Bojangles, Dunkin' Donuts. We went shopping. Me and my son went thrifting, and I did share that thrift haul on my TikTok page. If you are interested in seeing that type of content, please make sure you follow me over there. Did go to the grocery store because I did a liquid fast. And so I went and got some fruit juices, from green juices specifically from the grocery store. More coffee, and then we did take $425 and put up for a contractor because we are doing work on our home in preparation to either sell it or rent it out as we prepare to buy a new home. So that was the expenses for November week 2. Again, I do, and that is it for the budget. If you're interested in more day-to-day content about my debt-free journey and my budgeting and more things behind my life as while I'm working multiple jobs, then be sure to check me out on TikTok and follow me while you're there. If you are anyone